The wait is over and the stakes have never been higher. The Mortal Kombat 2 trailer just dropped and it's absolutely packed with brutal action, jaw-dropping visuals, and this trailer promises that the sequel will deliver everything the first film hinted at, and so much more. But that's not even the craziest part. We're about to dive frame by frame into every single detail, hidden gems that most viewers completely missed on their first watch. We'll examine character designs, dissect the lore implications, reveal connections to the games, and break down returning and new characters. Now let's waste no time, just like how the trailer wastes no time establishing its tone with Johnny Cage in a dimly lit bar, complete with neon lighting and vintage movie posters that immediately transport us into that gritty 90s action aesthetic. Karl Urban's portrayal of Johnny Cage hits different from the very first line of dialogue. When the fan approaches him saying, "You're Johnny Cage." I loved Citizen Cage when I was a kid. We're getting a direct reference to one of the most beloved in-game Easter eggs. Citizen Cage isn't just a throwaway line, it's a fictional movie within the Mortal Kombat universe that first appeared in the game's lore and has since become a staple running gag representing Johnny's vanity projects and his desperate need for validation. The posters visible behind Urban, including Elemental and Samudra, aren't random prop choices either. These titles echo the elemental powers and realm themes that will become crucial to the plot, while Samudra specifically references water and oceanic elements that tie into the interdimensional travel aspects we'll see later. It's subtle foreshadowing disguised as set decoration. Next up, we see him in a parking lot. The close-up shot of Johnny Cage's license plate reading show 1M3 might seem like simple character flourish.
Johnny Cage. It's showtime.
Has been Johnny Cage's signature battle cry since the earliest games, appearing in his victory poses, special move animations, and pre-fight taunts. When we cut to the parking garage encounter, we're witnessing one of the most faithful adaptations of Raiden's character design. "You've been chosen to fight," Raiden declares, and this simple line carries enormous weight for fans who understand the tournament's rules. In Mortal Kombat lore, being chosen isn't just about fighting ability, it's about having the spiritual fortitude to represent your realm in interdimensional combat where the fate of entire worlds hangs in the balance. Sonya Blade's presence alongside Raiden is particularly significant. Jessica McNamee's character shows visible scarring and a hardened demeanor that suggests she's not just survived the previous tournament, but has been actively recruiting and training new fighters. Her body language and facial expressions convey someone who's seen the true horrors of Outworld and understands exactly what Johnny is about to face. The sweeping wide shot of the temple perched among jagged peaks is pure visual poetry, but it's also loaded with lore implications that franchise veterans will immediately recognize. The massive dragon statue jutting from the cliff face isn't just impressive set design. It's a direct visual callback to the Mortal Kombat logo and the franchise's dragon symbol that represents the eternal struggle between realms. The architectural style mirrors Shang Tsung's palace from both the classic games and the 1995 film, complete with the misty atmosphere and fortress-like construction that signals we're entering either Outworld or another mystical realm. Production designer Naaman Marshall confirmed in recent interviews that this location serves as the primary setting for the tournament's most crucial battles. When Kitana finally makes her entrance, wielding her iconic steel fans, we're seeing the culmination of months of design work that perfectly balances her classic game appearance with modern cinematic sensibilities. The forge-like setting with its dramatic lighting implies this could be a trial by combat, possibly part of the selection process for Earthrealm's champions, or a test of worthiness within the tournament structure. One of the trailer's most visually striking moments features two fighters facing off across a glowing blue portal swirling with cosmic energy. This scene appears to take place in the void of space between realms that serves as a neutral ground for interdimensional combat. The swirling energy patterns are remarkably similar to those seen in Mortal Kombat 11 and the recent MK1 reboot, suggesting the filmmakers are drawing from the franchise's most recent lore developments. The fighters positioned on either side of the portal appear to be Raiden and either Liu Kang or a resurrected Scorpion, based on their silhouettes and fighting stances. This positioning suggests that the battle isn't just between individual fighters, but between representatives of different realms or timelines. The reveal of Baraka represents everything fans hoped for in terms of faithful adaptation and practical effects mastery. This isn't a sanitized or humanized version of the character, this is Baraka in all his monstrous, terrifying glory. On the blade-like teeth, tribal war paint, and bone armor create a design that's both faithful to the games and genuinely frightening in live action. He seems to be mostly CGI. Let me know what you guys think about his look though. But the practical effects work on Baraka's arm blades deserve special recognition. These aren't CGI weapons, but actual practical props that allow for more visceral and realistic combat sequences. The production team worked with renowned prosthetics designer Connor O'Sullivan to create a design that could function in intensive fight choreography. The wasteland setting where we encounter Baraka appears to be a camp deep in Outworld, complete with a harsh, desert-like environment that serves as their home realm. The fast-paced jungle combat sequence brings back one of Mortal Kombat's most beloved stage environments while introducing what appears to be the return of Jade as the fighter wielding the staff moves with the fluid grace and speed that define Jade's fighting style in the games, while her opponent's braided ponytail and fighting stance suggest this could be Kitana engaged in training or tournament combat. I don't know how it feels of Jade having no hair though. The jungle setting is dense with foliage and ancient ruins that evoke the living forest stage from the classic games, a location known for its moving trees, hidden dangers, and we also see Liu Kang in the trailer. The moment every fan has been waiting for arrives when Scorpion throws his chained kunai across a lava-drenched Netherrealm arena, complete with the legendary battle cry that defined the franchise. The visual execution is flawless, the chains glow with supernatural energy. The lava provides dramatic backlighting, and the armor design perfectly captures Scorpion's samurai-influenced aesthetic. The Netherrealm setting showcases the film's commitment to exploring the darker, more supernatural aspects of Mortal Kombat lore. The red-hot lighting and infernal atmosphere create a perfect backdrop for Scorpion's revenge-driven character arc. We only get a handful of shots of Shao Kahn throughout the trailer, but each one is loaded with presence. Played by Martin Ford, the British bodybuilder and actor known for his intimidating physique, Shao Kahn towers over every other character, with a look that blends gladiator armor, outworld tribal textures, and bone-studded menace. On the helmet is there, the glowing red eyes, the massive chest plate. But then there's the line "finish him." It comes in right at the end of the trailer, and while the delivery hits the mark visually, the vocal tone felt a little flat. It lacks the commanding bass and theatrical authority fans associate with Shao Kahn from the games, where his voice is deep, taunting, and dripping with menace. Here, it almost feels like a casual throwaway line. That said, it could be placeholder audio, a trailer mix, or even a deliberate subversion. Maybe we're not meant to feel the full force of Kahn until the actual movie saving that domination for a bigger moment. But if we move a little back, the enemy being speared appears to be Noob Saibot, based on the black armor and spectral design elements visible in the brief glimpse we get. This suggests that the film will explore the complex relationship between Scorpion and Sub-Zero's corrupted form, adding layers of personal conflict to the interdimensional warfare. The trailer's final moments showcase Johnny Cage's signature blend of humor and heroism that made him such a beloved character in the games. The appearance of both classic and modern character designs suggests that the film might be exploring alternate versions of familiar fighters, possibly with Raiden or Liu Kang serving as timeline guardians similar to their roles in the recent game reboot. The emphasis on realm warfare and interdimensional combat suggests that the tournament structure will be more complex than simple one-on-one fights. Beyond the obvious character and visual references, the trailer contains numerous subtle Easter eggs that reward careful viewing. Director Simon McQuoid's approach to the sequel demonstrates a clear understanding of what made the first film successful while addressing areas that needed improvement. The practical effects work, particularly on characters like Baraka and Scorpion, shows a commitment to visceral realism that CGI alone couldn't achieve, with early tracking suggesting it could outperform the first film's impressive HBO Max and theatrical performance. The casting of Karl Urban as Johnny Cage has generated significant positive buzz among both fans and general audiences, with many considering him perfect for the role. But let me know what you think. Brenner Bros has already indicated that they're developing the sequel as part of a larger cinematic universe with potential spin-offs focusing on individual characters or specific realms. The success of this film could determine whether we see the expanded Mortal Kombat universe that fans have been requesting since the franchise's cinematic revival. Based on this trailer breakdown, Mortal Kombat 2 appears to be not everything fans hoped for, but enough. The character designs are faithful, the action looks brutal and creative, and the humor feels natural rather than forced. Karl Urban's Johnny Cage steals every scene he's in, while the returning cast members show clear character growth and development. Most importantly, the trailer suggests that Mortal Kombat 2 won't just be a rehash of the first film, but a genuine evolution that pushes the franchise forward while honoring its roots. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And I know this breakdown is not fully detailed, I know, but it's more detailed than any YouTuber during this date because I am getting this out the day on the trailer. I will continue to make more videos. Stay tuned for more Mortal Kombat 2 coverage as we get closer to the film's release date.